Good afternoon, everyone. SLR here. I hope you're having a great day. So today we're gonna do a little bit of Empire at War, Forces of Corruption. We're playing the Awakening of the Rebellion mod, which is a very excellent mod for Empire at War, Forces of Corruption. I'm gonna actually go ahead and turn on the extra view here so we know what's going on. We're playing as the Rebel Alliance in this campaign. Now this takes the three main factions from the base not Total War, the base Empire at War, Forces of Corruption game. So you have the Consortium, the Empire, and then the Rebel Alliance. It adds a number of planets, ships, mechanics. It just adds a variety of things to the game. It's a full graphical overhaul. Really just enhances the game in a number of ways. And this is the first of a couple of mods that I'm going to be doing playthroughs on this channel. I'll showcase those later on, and if I think of it, I'll try and leave links to this in the description. If there aren't links to this in the description, say something in the comments and I will add them. If I have forgotten, that'll be on me. But for right now, so I've played a little bit. You can see we're on week at 18, which isn't too far into the game. I just did a little bit of kind of the beginning stuff, just so you didn't have to see all of this sort of shuffling troops around for 10 minutes, building a building for 10 minutes, just this sort of the beginning of the game stuff that's not super interesting. If you do want to see that, the next playthrough I do we can do some of that. But for right now, we're gonna go ahead and get started here with what we're going with. So I'll kind of go over where I am right now to start with. So this area over here is essentially, I'm just kind of leaving it. It is what it will be. I'd like to keep Hoth of all of these areas over here. But if I have to give up this entire area to maintain control of this kind of central area, I'm willing to do that. It is absolutely critical as the Rebel Alliance that you keep control of Mon Cal. You gotta keep control of Mon Calamari. It's your own, I believe, right now at least, it's the only place that I have that can build capital ships. Now, I'm not tech-wise, we're not far enough into this for me to actually be able to build the big capital ships, the big Mon Cal Star Cruisers. But I can build a variety of other items that will help beat various ships and whatnot. But for right now, I'm trying to grab these two, well, actually the Zon Consortium has been changed to the Black Sun, which is the lore-friendly version of that in the Star Wars universe. The Black Sun is a big criminal organization that is in some points nominally aligned with the Hutt cartel, but largely operates independently. It's led by Prince Zizor. Shizor. I'm not sure how you say his name. I killed him in an earlier battle, very early on. He just randomly ran into Shola, I think, here, with just like 3 units of infantry and died. The AI in this, another thing to comment about this mod, and the AI has gotten an upgrade. Now, what that means is, generally speaking, the AI is quite a bit more competent than it is in the base game. It's much more difficult. It will take advantage in this mod of you not positioning your troops well on ground and space. If you leave a whole bunch of capital ships unsupported, well, they just run their fighters around behind you and hit your capital ships while you have no fighter support and that sort of thing. That being said, upgraded AI sometimes is a little glitchy, and what happens is every once in a while the AI will send a ground force that has no chance of taking a planet to attack you, and just throw away a bunch of ground troops at you. Now, usually that doesn't happen. I've only had that happen a couple of times over the course of 3 or 4 playthroughs in this mod. Overall, the mod is very well done. There are a couple of voiceover things that are still in German. The mod group is a German mod group, Steiner modding group. And there are just a couple of ships and voiceovers that they haven't translated into English yet. I think a large chunk of the remaining portion of that is done in the 2.7, I think, is the next release. 2.7's not out yet. I think they're close on it, if I remember correctly. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started here. So as you can see, we have a ground troop force. Okay. And we have a battle at the Maw. That's not good. I don't think I can beat that. I'm not even sure that it's worth... What do I have here? There's no point in even trying to fight that. You... Now, I don't know exactly how the mechanics of the droids work in this game. In the base game... Oh. Mon Mothma, where are you? Are you a stealth fleet? No.
Mission log updated.
Okay, this could be difficult. So, we just got a new mission here. Now, the game is automatically paused at this point. I need to escort Mon Mothma to Mon Calamari, because the Mon Calamari will aid our cause. That's going to be difficult. But I think we should... We're going to go ahead and take Locke here, and then I think we're going to try and do that. So we have plenty of ground troops in this force here. Get a drink of coffee. We have plenty of ground troops in this force here. We should be able to do this fairly easily. I'm going to throw down some snow speeders. That aren't snow. There's no snow here. But anyway,
we won't last long against the enemy forces.
throw down some snow speeders. Uh-oh, that's not good.
I'm here, sir. Standing by. Ready. Will do. I'll follow your affirmative. Can do. Ready to go. We're going in. Scouting location.
Alright.
Reporting in. Right.
I want to send you up there.
Commander, ground target locked.
Alright, my apologies. We are back. I had to go answer the door because my dog was going berserk. But we're back and ready to go here.
Ready to roll.
So we'll go ahead and just resume the battle here.
Roger that. Got it.
Okay. So
Ready, sir. Ready for attack.
this is going to be more difficult than I thought.
Form up. For the Alliance. Ready for orders. Roger that.
Ready for battle, sir.
Awaiting orders. Squad, advance. Underway.
Some more tanks.
Form up. Waiting orders.
And
Initiating
hit that.
Ready for action. Oh, ready to load it.
So we're going to have a problem here, I think.
Going in.
Copy. Weapons online.
Hover tank acknowledges.
So I have no infantry
Flying
now,
copy. Reporting.
which is a problem. Which means I need to get rid of this tank, probably.
Hover tank on it, sir. Hover tank is ready for action.
So I'm going to go ahead and send that one
Yes,
up
sir.
there to
Executing
theoretically
flyby.
get itself killed,
Copy.
so that I can
En route.
bring in some infantry. It
Moving
looks
to
like there's something
coordinates.
interesting going on down here.
Yes, Commander. I've got a lock.
Hover
Okay.
tank acknowledges.
So once that gets destroyed, should be able to bring in enough troops to
Unit
Okay.
destroyed.
grab another unit of infantry.
Right away.
Maximum unit capacity.
Ready. Roger that.
Now we're going to go ahead and set up here while we wait for another unit of infantry to come down and be ready for us.
Copy.
Let's send
Heading out.
infantry up here.
I copy.
So yeah, this mod
sir.
is
Right
really
away.
quite good. Sometimes
Reporting
the landing situations aren't that fantastic. This mod, I would say the one big issue with ground battles, and I
Reporting.
think this is
Moving
consistent with almost
Yes, sir.
all of
Heading out,
Empire at
sir.
War, modded or
We've
unmodded,
secured a build
is
pad.
that there's a pretty significant
Turret
problem
constructing.
Yes,
where if you just kind of bum rush the landing zone, the enemy landing zone, you're probably gonna be able to win.
Maximum unit
Like,
capacity.
Ready.
it's a pretty consistent issue with
We've
this
secured a
game,
build pad.
that if you just bum rush the
Construction
landing
complete.
zone, you
Yes.
could probably win.
Standing by.
And I'm not,
Ready to go.
I don't know that
Commander.
any mod group has
Ready,
really
sir.
figured out how to
Ready
avoid
for
that.
Moving out.
Hover tank is ready for action.
Um,
Going in.
certainly the
Roger.
Steiner group has tried a couple of things, none of which really worked.
Heading out. Form up.
To my knowledge anyway.
Construction complete. Our base is under attack.
Hover tank ready. Attack sequence initiated.
Well, we should be in good shape here.
Cover!
Engaging target.
Waiting orders.
How much damage is that? Okay, that's taken too much damage. We need
Fire.
to not lose those.
Hover tank acknowledges. Hover tank on it, sir. I'm going in. Hover tank on it, sir. I'm going in.
Yeah, these turrets are going to be a problem. So I need to get up here as quickly as possible and
All
start
weapons loaded.
hitting them.
Offensive capabilities at full.
That one.
Unit destroyed.
Attack sequence
Keep
initiated.
going.
Copy.
Hit that.
I copy. All out. Let's move out.
So we're having a bit of trouble here. We're taking more losses
Ready for
than we
battle,
really
sir.
need
Hover
to.
tank on it, sir.
But I don't really have another option right
Reporting.
now. I can't afford to lose those land speeders.
Hover tank
That's
is
the
ready for
problem.
action. Hover tank ready.
Is there alternate? Oh, what the alternate is.
Engaging target. All weapons loaded.
Okay, just shoot them.
I'm going in.
Alternate weapon doesn't seem to work on that, I guess. I'm not sure.
Hover tank acknowledged.
This seems to be working as intended. So these are the Rebel Alliance's kind of best tanks that you can, the T3s that you can get right now. They're kind of the best that you can get at the
Ready
moment.
for battle, sir.
Well, they're not fantastic,
Tank is ready for action.
but they're not garbage either. Okay, so we took more troop
Planetary
losses than we
control
should have,
achieved.
but I think we're okay now. I'm gonna go ahead and add some more troops on
Recruiting.
Malhada. Grab that infantry unit.
On our way.
And now we're gonna go ahead and get rolling
Beginning construction.
on trying to get Mothma down here.
Enemy fleet approaching.
Where is that coming? Shola. Conveniently, the primary fleet is now at Shola. So, theoretically, we should be able to
Tactical
hold
battle
this.
imminent.
Yeah, this is gonna be an easy hold. There's no way that they can beat 2 capital ships with that fleet, let alone anything else that I have here.
We've located the enemy.
So, I'm gonna wait for my fighters to launch
Our
here.
captain has
See what
informed me
happens.
that an Imperial fleet is closing in on us. We must defend the innocent inhabitants of this planet. Good luck.
It's not actually the Imperial fleet, but, you know, whatever. Whatever floats your boat, I suppose. But anyway,
Beware of traps.
so for right now,
What do you suggest?
go ahead and control group the entire
Ready.
fleet here.
Standing by.
Add these to it.
Reporting in. Acknowledged.
Alright.
Yes, Commander.
So we'll go ahead and send our fighters in after theirs. Actually, I'm gonna see about sending my bombers to hit their engines. I need my A-wings to clear the way for the bombers.
Scratch one.
That's the critical thing.
B-Wing Squadron reporting.
Squadron reporting.
Those squadrons
B-Wing here. We're starting our attack.
actually need another B-wing squadron to go there.
Attack formation.
A-Wing Squadron reporting.
And you're gonna go
starting our
after
attack run.
those.
Y-Wing Squadron reporting.
Standing by. Going for the engine.
Send my X-wings after that ship.
A-Wing here.
A-wings, you need
Weapons
to
armed.
get going here.
Transfer all
Closing
power
on
to the
enemy.
engine.
Locking
Go
on.
ahead and hit them. So if we get lucky with the X-wings here, we should be able to take.
Closing on enemy. Rocket spoils.
They're
I
falling
need you to
back.
be a little quicker here.
Engaging Imperial forces.
Alright. I don't. Oh, we got their engines, so that ship is destroyed. Their fighters are.
Weapons ready.
They might. Yeah, they escaped with a couple of fighters, but that's not a big concern. So, Akbar is going to go ahead and continue down the line here.
Building started.
I'm going to build a rebel base there.
Tactical battle imminent.
Utapau. I'm going to... Okay, that's pretty good.
Tactical battle imminent.
What?
System lost.
That's asinine. Not much here. Let's see what we can do. Alright. This fleet should be able to take anything in this system, but I don't know for sure.
Reporting, Commander.
Frigate reporting.
Standing by.
At your command.
We'll go ahead
This
and
planet's defenses
group
could be very
everything up.
powerful. We're counting on you to
planet's,
remove
I
all
don't
enemy
care about
forces
the planet's
from protecting
defenses
the planet,
actually,
to allow our ground
that's not
forces
what I'm
through.
concerned about.
Reporting, Commander. Standing by.
Grab all of our fighters,
Standing by.
move
Armed and
ahead
ready.
here, and everything. So what I'm doing right now only works because I have
I copy, sir.
the 3 or I guess I have 4
Roger that.
corvettes here, which can provide some anti-fighter support. I wouldn't normally move my fighters up this far ahead,
Form up.
just because
There
that's
they are.
risky if the AI is not terrible, like it isn't in this mod. But I'm not quite sure where their fleet is, but it looks like... I don't know, I'm not quite sure what they're doing here, but... Okay, it looks like their fighters are just gonna kinda run past me here.
Need help?
Not quite sure.
Try not to let one on your tail.
I don't actually know where their
Rendezvous at
capital ships are,
point 1.
so... It looks like it's up there, okay. Alright. We're gonna send our X-Wings and Y-Wings, that's the bombers and heavier fighters. Alright, here we go. Hit the engines. Now you help out. Oh, okay, there are a lot of ships here.
Waiting orders.
This
Guns
could
at
be
the ready.
problematic. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get through this. This is not going to go well. I don't have enough ships for this. Those 3 ships are strong. Alright, I'm gonna back off.
To light speed.
We're gonna have to use Akbar to kind of crush our way across this. And we just need to escape with as much of our force as possible. Because there is no way that we can win that without losing way more troops than we can
Tactical
afford to
battle
lose.
imminent.
That's expected. I have a few ground troops here. I don't know if they can hold or not. There's not really anything I can do here about my Guido. It's got some space forces and some ground forces, but there's a superstar destroyer lurking about somewhere up here, and there's nothing I can do about that. Merker's got decent ground forces. Not a whole lot I can do about that. So, but for right now, I should probably add some ground troops at Yavin, because that's also a critical planet for us to hold. Go ahead and auto-resolve that, I guess.
Right away, sir.
Alright, we're gonna retake Locke here real quick if we can. Hopefully they don't have any
battle
space.
imminent.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. There's their superstar destroyer. So no point in even trying to fight that. There's no way I can even damage the superstar destroyer. But we'll go ahead and
Invasion commencing.
do this. Retake Locke again. I'm gonna try and keep the episodes of this series just a little
Moving
bit
to
shorter
coordinates.
than the Total War Warhammer ones. My apologies for that.
Enemy is approaching.
Hover tank acknowledges.
This recording session is just really not going very well.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Alright.
Affirmative.
Unit
Let's move out.
destroyed.
Okay. Why are there so many ground troops here?
Reinforcements cancelled.
Alright.
Cores
Maximum
plotted.
unit
We'll bring down
capacity.
some of these. We're in a lot of trouble here.
At maximum unit capacity.
Combat speeder
Unit destroyed.
Combat speeder reporting for duty.
Okay.
Ready for battle, sir.
Yes, Commander. Combat speeder reporting for duty. Combat speeder ready.
Unit destroyed.
Ready for action.
Ready.
Unit
Open fire.
destroyed.
Hover tank ready.
Okay. Bring
At
down
maximum
another
unit
hover tank.
capacity.
Hover tank acknowledged.
I need to cover my landing troops here.
Reporting in. Attack
Get that,
target.
please.
We've got them on the run. Standing by. Attacking target.
Alright.
We are victorious.
Well, that was unfortunately costly. But we did it. Retook
System
lock.
conquered.
So I guess I'll leave some troops here.
Corruption has been removed. Right away, sir.
And now we need to take
Moving
Akbar. So we'll do one more battle here, and then that'll be about the end of the episode. We're about 23 minutes in here. We'll see how large... That's just a space station. So we'll go ahead and stop there for today. I hope you've enjoyed. My apologies for 2 interruptions in this video. Hopefully that won't happen again. But I can't guarantee that it won't. But in any case, I hope you've enjoyed.